Does midlife seem harder than you expected? Well, you're not alone. Many of us reach a time in our life where we feel overwhelmed and we start questioning everything. We question our choices. We question our purpose, and we even question our happiness. Does midlife feel harder than you imagined? You're not alone at all. Many of us reach a point in our life where we feel that life is so overwhelming, and we start questioning everything. We start questioning our job. We start questioning even our happiness, our circle of friends, and, the day-to-day little stuff. So why does this happen? More importantly, what can we do about it? In today's video, I'm going to explore why midlife feels so hard and how this phase of life is actually an incredible opportunity for growth. Hi, I'm Ansi, and I'm a midlifer. I'm all about joy and fulfillment in life. I believe midlife isn't just about getting older, it is about change. And with change, yes, it can feel tough and it can feel challenging and sometimes even scary. But it's also a chance to grow into the person that you were always meant to be. So let's talk about why midlife can seem so heavy at times. For many of us, it's the perfect storm of transitions. It could be the whole empty nesting with kids leaving home. It could be that we've been in a job for a long time and we're starting to question getting up when the alarm goes off in the morning, or whether the job fulfills you still as it used to. We're also at a stage where aging parents need care. And then there's our own health, our own energy levels, and perhaps going through perimenopause and menopause as well. So there's all this stuff, this massive concoction that's thrown together that creates this storm, this transitional period. And I don't know about you, but for me, there's also the realization that perhaps I've seen more Christmases than I will in the future. That time is perhaps starting to feel more finite than it ever used to be. So here's the truth. Midlife is a liminal space. If you've been following me for a while, I've written about being in a liminal space myself. I've now come through the other side of menopause. I'm 56. And I guess for the last decade, I've really questioned, what is life about? What's my life about? And in this liminal space, we start to look at the transition of what is and what will be. It's like standing on a bridge, right? You can look back to where you've come from. You know you can't stay there, but you don't know what's ahead. And perhaps there are forks in the road at the opposite side of the bridge, and you just don't know which one to take. The thing is, we are no longer defined by our roles. Who are you? And oftentimes people came up with terms like mother, business owner, teacher, employee, their job roles. But that means that we've lost our identity along the way, right? And further on in life, as the years kind of creep by, we start to really question it, and it starts to feel like a crisis. But the thing is, it's not a breakdown. It's really a breakthrough waiting to happen. For me, really, I guess, it's probably about a decade, the last decade, I've started to question what I do, job roles that I may have, whether they're freelance, that I'm a contractor, or whether it's my own business, the shift in the industry that I'm in the group fitness industry and in the yoga world, because I have a foot in both camps, running a yoga studio, running coaching businesses, etc. I really started to question, what is the meaning of my life? What is this all about? What am I here for? And that meant I started to deep dive into stuff, and then subsequently found myself in this liminal space. So midlife is an opportunity for growth. That is how I see it. Like a plant, we're either growing or we're dying. So which do you choose? Do you choose to continue to grow despite not knowing the future? Or do you choose to start dying now? And I don't believe inherently as humans that is what we're about. It's human nature to fight for survival. And so deep down, there is a side of you that wants to grow. But growth is uncomfortable. I think of fitness training, and I think of yoga when we're attempting a more challenging pose, or if doing a workout for the first time, or I'm increasing my weights for the first time. It's uncomfortable and it can even be painful. And we all know the DOMS, right? The pain that we experience 2 days after training. In some ways, some of us secretly love it because we think, oh, I've actually done something, and we miss it when we don't experience that. And that's all it is, getting used to being in this space where there's pressure being afflicted on us, or that we choose to inflict on ourselves. So the same is true for midlife. What if instead of seeing this as a crisis, how about seeing it as an invitation? It's an invitation to grow, to evolve, and to rediscover ourselves. How exciting is that, right? And to ask ourselves questions that we've never asked before. Questions like, what do I want my life to look like? What actually really matters to me? And what's actually missing? And how can I find it? So how do we embrace this invitation? Here are 3 practical steps that you can take. Step number 1, pause and reflect. As I'm recording this, it is the end of December and we're approaching a brand new year. So it's a great opportunity to embrace the pause and reflect. Take some quiet time to ask yourself, what do you truly want moving forwards? Now, journaling is really powerful tool. If you've never done it before, just grab any notebook. You can even use the Notes app on your phone to journal. And if you really do find writing difficult, then how about voice recording it and getting that transcribed? There are free apps that can help you do that. As you journal, ask yourself questions like, what drains me? I talk about radiators and drains, and we want to hang around radiators, and we want to, have more things, do more things that, radiate joy for us, as opposed to doing stuff and hanging around people that absolutely just drain us. Step number 2, let go of what no longer serves you. We all carry baggage with us, and over the years, these start to get heavier and heavier as we fill it up with stuff. And perhaps even people, outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, and even career paths, because at some point, your values perhaps no longer line up with the company's value. Or if you are self-employed or you have your own business, you may find that after a decade or so, it no longer lights you up and it no longer brings you joy. So perhaps it's time to be brave and let it go. Step 3, embrace support and wisdom. Surround yourself with people and tools that will help you grow. Start listening to uplifting and knowledge-gaining podcasts. Read some great books. You can see I love books, right? One thing that I do value is learning and growing. For me also, yoga has been a guiding light. Not necessarily the yoga on the mat, where I get my yoga mat out and I start practicing the sun salutations and the warrior poses, or start flowing. Yoga wisdom. It's amazing how these ancient teachings speak directly to all the struggles that we are facing today. So if all this resonates with you, stay tuned. In a few weeks, I'm going to be launching a course called Yoga Sutra for Midlife, and I'm super excited to be launching it. I've been asked about this for so many years, and it really is all about using ancient wisdom to navigate this stage of our life with grace and clarity, while still maintaining joy and fulfillment in our hearts. I'll be sharing more details soon, but for now, just hang fire. If you're not on my email mailing list, then just let me know, and I'll add a link to the description below as well. So midlife isn't the end of the story for us. It's the beginning of a new chapter. And it's exciting. Look, I know you might be just starting out on this phase, just stepping into this liminal space, and I'm coming out the other side. And it is exciting because you could do whatever, you just have to be brave. If this video resonates with you, give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe as I bring you more content designed to help you discover your joy and your purpose as you navigate this midlife phase of your life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.